Hey guys, welcome back to the HTC tournament here. We have the Trumpster and Lifecoach coming up. The second half of day one is underway, and man, I got a quick peek of Trump. He's sporting the solo mid shirt, looking swag. And yeah, you were talking about how Trump is doing pretty damn well recently in tournaments.
Oh man, it's really it's I would not say it's surprising, but Trump was one of the most underrated players, let's say last year, where
Mm.
he was really playing in a lot of tournaments, doing mostly well, but still called a streamer. I think it still persists, even though right now at the world ranking he is top 30. He's 12th best players in North America, and he recently qualified for the ESL Legendary Series. He did pretty well in the HTC tournament. So, if Trump takes this tournament, I will not be surprised. I think he deserves it. He is playing a lot of Hearthstone. He knows the metagame, and he's getting better and better every day.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the case. I think at the very start, Trump was around in like the very first tournaments, and he kind of stumbled a little bit in those. I think kind of got a bad impression on some of the very early fans, but since those first few months, he's been up in his game to the very top, and he is at the very top these days. So very good stuff. But his opponent, Life Coach, is also no stranger to the top of the Hearthstone rankings. How about that?
Yeah, he's fourth in the world at the moment, and Lifecoach is only thinking about Hearthstone. And he's like, when you talk to Lifecoach, he wants to discuss Hearthstone theories. He has some Hearthstone pros visiting him to talk Hearthstone. Like Ostkaka was spending some time at Lifecoach's home, visiting him and his wife. And basically, Ostkaka said, "Yeah, Lifecoach only wanted to talk about Hearthstone with me the whole time. We didn't do anything else, just play Hearthstone, discuss strategies."
Yeah.
So he is really into the perfect play and perfect Hearthstone hands.
Yeah, Life Coach is actually a retired professional poker player, and I think for poker players, this was a lot of what they did to be successful. They read a lot of stuff, they watched a lot of people play, they talked strategies. Even the very top poker players were like taking lessons from other poker players. During their great periods, just because even though yes, a lot of games are dictated by RNG, the few that aren't, if you are able to win them from your ability to play the game, the sky really is the limit with the ability to play in Hearthstone, and you want every possible advantage if you want to be successful. And recently, in the last few months, Life Coach has really brought like the absolute top level plays that some people were surprised to see, but some others not so much.
Absolutely. Both players, they love to crunch the numbers. But looking at their lineups, they're bringing some interesting stuff that we haven't seen today. There is
Mhm.
Druid from Lifecoach and Shaman for Trump. That's exciting.
Yeah, I actually didn't even know what that icon was when I was looking at him. Like, what was that? Is that a bug? I
The
don't
guy in the hood?
recognize that.
Do you mean the
Yeah,
guy in the hood or the guy with the horns?
yeah, the guy in the hood. I mean, it's not surprising to see Life Coach bring Druid because it is a deck that he's very familiar with. He plays ladder with it a lot, and Conquest format often will represent that. Shaman, though, we have seen some representation. I think more than Priest, if we want to give some credit to that. It's
Yeah.
it's not popular, but it's more popular than Priest. But the few that we have seen have been exclusively mech. Have you seen any like non-mech shaman lists in the last few months?
I've seen some standard Shaman coming back, and I think HPL League. We've seen some Shaman action, and Shaman
Mhm.
was surprisingly good and in grabbing some wins. But yeah, it's actually I think Mech is running out of popularity. A lot of players played it, and even Forsen, who was the winner of the previous HTC tournament, he was running Mech Shaman and he won it. But I would say that Trump is bringing a standard, well, standard, like a mid-range Shaman.
Mid-range control shaman.
Yeah, with
Okay.
Neptulon and Alakir, Feral Spirit.
Well, I'm pretty excited if that is going to be the case, but hey man, I have my doubts. I don't know. I just haven't seen that deck in a while. So, yeah.
It would
Let's
be a first time, right? In a
yeah,
while.
let's get the players to start. And we can see what they're going to lead into here in a moment.
It's so funny to play Shaman in this metagame because you can't really play Doomhammer. There is so much weapon removal, like
Yeah.
Harrison Jones in every deck.
hmm Well, Life Coach is going to start with Warrior. Trump is going to start with Hunter. Um, Now, Lifecoach has recently played a lot of Grim Patient Warrior from what I've seen. I think he was like the control warrior player. But I think in recent times he has made the same switch that most other control warrior players have played, or have made. Just like we saw Show bringing the patron. I think Trump is probably bringing the patron every time he plays warrior in a tournament. It's kind of taken over, but it hasn't taken over by much. We still see a little bit of control warrior, and sometimes it is successful as well.
Yeah, it's still a good deck, and today we've seen Control Warrior advance today too.
Mm-hmm.
But Green Patron for Lifecoach is such a weird situation because he is called Rope Coach for a reason. He takes ages to make his decisions. And in Green Patron, you really have to make fast math and fast calculation to trigger, to resolve everything.
Yep.
If Lifecoach gets roped and misses his full-in attack, I think that everybody wants to see that.
Well, not everybody.
Okay.
I think if you're on Lifecoach's team, or if you're rooting for Lifecoach, or maybe you're Lifecoach's wife.
You don't want to see him missing attacks?
No, man. You want him hitting the attacks. You want him bringing home the 5K, right?
That's true. That's true. Even though I heard the rumors that he is a millionaire, but he really respects the money, so he will respect anything he's getting off this tournament.
We're sorry for missing the first few turns. Again, there are some issues with spectator mode, and rather than having you guys seeing all the bugs that come about from that, we just have you guys look at our amazing-looking webcams.
Okay.
So what do we got here? This looks like a Grim Patient Warrior versus a mid-range hunter.
Yeah, that's certainly true. The web spinner is saying that this is the mid-range. A piloted shredder can be used in Face Hunter as well, but web spinner and piloted shredder definitely suggests mid-range. And this is not a great hand for Trump. Like, he is missing turn 3. Playing a secret on 2, not that great. We need to deal with the armor smith.
Well, the mid-range hunter is basically you want to try to push for some damage early on so that your late game can carry. And the idea is... Oh my god!
Gazrilla! I've seen Gazrilla a lot this week with the
brawl.
But it's an interesting minion.
Alright, well, yeah, killing the Cruel Task not only makes it so Freeze has to hit on the Armor Smith, which is a slightly better target than the Cruel Task, but it also perhaps extends the weapon charges, which is very nice.
So it seems like the game is in equilibrium for now, but then Lifecoach is missing draw. He will want to draw more cards. Something like a Battle Rage or Acolyte of Pain would be amazing. He does have his plays though. He has the Deathbite, he has the Poison as well, even though no combo parts.
We saw a very quick turn from Trump. Very obvious the Shredder was a very good fit there. It really only gets punished by weapon. The issue is, well, there's the weapon.
There's the weapon, but there will be a secret minion coming out. If it's a Doomsayer...
Oh, that was terrible.
Didn't work.
Didn't
it was a
work
very
at
good
all.
minion back in the day. A 1-2.
Well, even though it's a terrible minion, it does allow Trump to clear the frothing, so it's not the worst thing ever. I mean, there are worse minions. I think like Vitality Totem would have been worse.
True. What about Lord Walker Cho? That as well.
Executes? Yeah, you don't want to give him executes. Okay. It's a pretty bad RNG for Trump, but could get worse.
Yeah, as you
Another
mentioned,
weapon, though. That sucks. Is it good enough, though? Can you weapon and, like, juggler nothing?
So the question will be, like, how do you win this game overall? Like, you do want to clear the frothing at this point. You might even go for the silence on the armor smith. But the silence is great versus Acolyte of Pain, so maybe you don't care about the armor that much at this point. Juggler into Deathbite. You have to keep in mind the patron turn. If the patron happens, you lose anyway.
Yeah, but it's unlikely that we're going to see just a patron by itself on 5. I mean, we talk about that as a possibility, but it's so rarely ever the ideal play.
Like, most of the time it's patron, inner rage, and then attack with Deathbite. And that's the ideal situation. You get 4 patrons really early.
Yeah, none of that though.
So
Um, I think I like just the other armor smith and the frothing.
yeah, I
Then
like
you,
it as well.
well, hmm,
Attack into juggler. You can spend the weapon here. It's not like the weapon is needed because you don't have anything to follow up, and you're going to get frothing value anyway.
I think
So
the main issue is that if you do that, if you do the attack, it makes it so your opponent can just kill your frothing with a weapon hit, which is a bit disappointing. But what else can you do?
yeah, there's not much. At this point, you don't have any card draw. You have two cards that are not that good, and you know you're following up with Torisan. So holding cards at this point doesn't matter that much.
Hmm.
So you have to be aggressive.
Well, I don't know what to call this. It's not exactly aggressive.
Proactive, maybe.
I guess. Yeah, it's something. Like you play your cards. It's not passive, but it's not really aggressive. Yeah.
Oh man, it seems like a T-Rex battle. Like both players, they just try to do something, but they really don't have the means.
Hmm.
But those armor smiths are doing some work. They are buying a lot of time for Lifecoach, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it's a combo deck. Time does usually give you the win. Right now, Lifecoach just needs a lot more than what he has.
Slam is card draw, but oh man, it feels so bad. Like you play Torisan into that weapon and Mad Scientist.
That's okay though. If you don't activate the trap, like right now, I feel the problem is you're denied board because of the traps, because it would buff the weapon, and that's a second weapon too. So I think Tharson is a fine play here.
Might be the only play. Like you don't want to slam and not draw. You want to slam something and draw a card.
No, you can slam your armor smith if you really want.
If you slam your Acolyte, what happens? You draw a card, you might get like he really needs a Battle Rage. He needs to start drawing those cards.
Hmm.
If you slam and get a Battle Rage, I think that's fine. Drawing two cards, filtering your deck a bit.
I think the longer this rope burns, the more likely we're seeing Emperor.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh yep. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. I don't know if I like the attack though. I think playing the Emperor requires the weapon hit, so you can actually destroy the weapon that way.
I agree. And maybe if there is a freezing, you might actually replay Acolyte there. But I think your play was the best, not attacking at all. But then if the weapon attacks, he's going to deal 5 points of damage. So Trump will drop to 19. No man, Gazrilla. Actually, there is a slam, so the slam will be amazing for execute.
Slam execute, yep. And
There's
the
a
draw
battle.
is the battle. Wow, it would have been it. It would have been exactly what you were mentioning. If you slam and draw battle rage, it's great. He would have.
Place. And then
And
he would have.
Trump is explosive. That's pretty interesting. I don't know if you caught that.
No, I actually didn't. So he might be playing the version I was talking about the first match, double freezing, one explosive.
Hmm.
By the way, there's a very interesting build of Hunter flying around with misdirection, like a trap Hunter. I don't think it's that competitive yet, but on ladder is actually very...
Well, Misdirect is one of those cards that will just never be that good, because if it is that good, people expect it, and if people expect it, it sucks.
Yeah, but even if you expect it, if you have this big frothing on board, and that's the only minion you have, it still works.
Yeah, but what if you do like a combo, you attack first an Armor Smith, it goes into a Grim Patron, and suddenly you have twice as many patrons?
If you have that combo, then for sure. That's why I think the deck is running more secrets, not only Misdirect.
Okay.
Here for Trump, I think that's an Iron Beak Owl target. You basically Iron Beak, Handmaster, Hero Power.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean, your trap is explosive. If you can deny the explosive from going off, that's good. You can maybe one-shot the Armor Smith. Also good. I don't see much of a downside here, actually.
The only downside is that you spend your owl, so you will not be able to silence the Acolyte if there is a top deck, but at this point you should not care about it that much. It's a bigger board, so there's the Acolyte top deck.
Okay.
Oh man, that Battle Rage. It looks really bad for Trump. Lifecoach has a lot of health. He will be able to draw a lot of cards. He still has all the combos mostly. Yeah, Trump just sees it. This is over. Like he just did not have enough fuel.
No, we have some ruling for the admins. The reason Trump conceded there was apparently because he chose the wrong hunter out of his several hunter options. I don't think it really matters too much because it's the first opening game. But I mean, these are the rules, so we have to stick with them. If the players play the decks that they did not submit before the tournament, I think they are dropping that game. So it seemed like things are not going too well for Trump there anyway. But that has to be the ruling that is made. So
yeah, we have some...
Trump drops the game there, and we will probably see something slightly different from the hunter deck that we'll have to try to win in the next match.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention that we have really clear rulings that were sent to players, so players are aware of what's happening. And for Trump, it was unfortunate that he's losing the game, but on the other hand, I think that game was lost anyway, even though he chose the wrong deck and he went that hunter into Green Patron. That Patron had it in the bag. Like, yeah. Trump had no cards and no board almost after that turn.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting now that I think about it. It's all right. Like, now Lifecoach doesn't even know what to expect from
the hunter deck. Yeah. Do you think Trump got an advantage because he has a different deck?
Yeah, but he lost anyway, so losing is not really an advantage. But it's all right. I mean, I'm sure Lifecoach doesn't mind too much. Honest mistakes happen.
Okay, so...
And here we go. Flame Tongue is actually not that common in the Mech Shaman, is it?
No, it's not that common. I don't remember the latest lists, but I mean, I would love to see Trump playing the mid-range Shaman, but this is as you expected, the Mech one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, we saw him mulligan away a Flame Tongue Totem. I don't know if you guys caught that. But this does seem like it's the Mech Shaman. Do you think there's any reason to like slow play a Mech Shaman? Like to kind of make it a mechy, control-y type of Shaman?
You mean with the build or with the plays?
With the build.
With the build? No, I don't think so. At this point, I think it's just a really honest deck. You play what you draw into, and you try to deal as much damage as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And against a Druid, like Mech Mage was really good versus Druid. Mech Shaman should be good enough. We haven't seen a wild growth from Lifecoach, or have we?
No, I don't think so.
Wrath. No, there was a Wrath, I believe. Only.
Yeah, he coined into a 4-mana play, so yeah, that would mean there's no wild growth. All right, well, this is the Mech Shaman, boys. You play stuff, you hit face, and you hope for the best. And right now, things aren't going too badly. Get 6 damage in. Yeah, why not?
It's a good opening, but he doesn't really have a great turn 5. Only Anoyatron for now. For Lifecoach, though, he doesn't have a great hand as well. He missed the wild growth, not really any innervates. A lot of swipes, so he will be maybe able to contain the board. But other than that, yeah, yellow trade.
And he goes for the swipe, which seems a bit unusual.
No respect for the for the Wisdomatic.
Just letting the damage happen, I guess. Now the Fell Reaver seems really strong, but I'd argue that it's stronger to Earthshock that thing and play the Anoyatron.
Oh yeah, Earthshock is just crazy. By the way, Crip, I'm asking everybody this, but do you know what's the difference between the golden Zapomatic and the non-golden one?
I think the golden one has like laser beams that are like glowing green around it.
Close. The difference is the laser beams, but the difference is the color. The normal one is a Jedi, so it has green lightsabers, and the...
Oh, it's red, right?
It's red, it's a Sith, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. I don't even know if I've ever played a golden one, but I remember just looking at some of the golden cards when I get them. The Sith. Oh man.
Yeah, dark side.
Dark side stronger, guys. Now you know. Blizzard confirmed.
And now we will have second swipe, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Plays the taunt. This works fine. It stops. Oh my god.
I just wanted to say that he did that play because he's seen one Earthshock already, so he wasn't taking into account the second one. But
I think this is an Earthshock play.
yeah, it is. 6 points of damage. 7 actually.
7 points of damage. Oh no, he doesn't think so. Okay. Well, he gives up 7 points of damage. I think this actually works out better because Big Game Hunter would have slammed down on that. What's it called? Fell Reaver pretty hard. That would have been very unfortunate for Trump. The idea with this Shaman deck is once you lose the board, you're dead. Like
That's
you
true.
need like your opponent to be within that range where you can top deck, crackle, and win.
I would say that was a Trump play because it brought him more value overall than just an Earthshock.
All right. Well, he can deal with Sylvanas with Earthshock, attack, and then Fire Elemental on it again. And if he made the play last turn, it seems this play is kind of in line with that.
He doesn't need to attack into Sylvanas because like Earthshock is 2 damage.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I missed the spell damage totem. You're right.
But still, it's pretty good. How does Druid come back from this? Like Sylvanas was one of the best options to come back from the difficult spot.
I think you just don't. Like,
Yeah.
okay, no, you Azure Drake and then top deck and Innervate.
Azure Drake, top deck, Innervate, and then swipe.
Fire Elemental.
Then you're technically not dead to the board, but at this moment he doesn't have anything. He doesn't
Yeah.
have Azure Drake. So
Yeah, I think there's 0 options for him to stay alive. Like even the Force of Nature is not enough.
yeah, he can't kill.
Is there something we don't see? Because he hasn't conceded yet.
He's thinking. No, he's just trying to look at the options if there's any combination of like Savage or Swipe that he can use, but... Okay. Well,
Okay.
that does not win the game, even though
No.
Dr. Boom seems good on turn 7. That was not the
This is-
best Dr. Boom I've seen.
This is what I would refer to as the bamboozle play. It's
What's
the
a puzzle?
it's the take a second or play really quickly, and obviously you're still losing the game, but you just hope that your opponent misses lethal.
Don't you think it was kind of like he was trying to intimidate Trump into conceding? It's like, hey, Dr. Boom on 7, yo, concede, please.
No, but again, like technically that's the best play if you really think about it.
Okay, explain.
Like, okay, so if you concede, you lose. But if you make the best play, considering your opponent might miss lethal, and he does miss lethal, then you might win the game later on.
Okay, so if there is a possibility of Trump missing lethal with double Fire Elemental into 10 life,
Yeah, it's possible.
he could misclick. It's like you put 3 targets on board, and then when you try to click on hero, you
Exactly,
have... Okay, that
Exactly.
makes sense.
right? So
Like,
there's
that's
some
next
chance.
level.
There's some chance. Well, Trump evens the series with the Shaman. So the Shaman performing pretty well here. He was up against the Druid, which is another deck that you thought was maybe a bit adventurous. It doesn't seem too adventurous. Like if we had a 4th deck, I think Druid might be that 4th class. But it is 3-deck Conquest, so it is maybe a little bit out of the norm in this case.
Lifecoach just loves the Druid. He plays almost every tournament.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're getting into our next game here in a moment. It is going to be queued up as Hunter on Trump's side, the correct Hunter this time. I actually wonder what type of Hunter deck he actually enlisted in the tournament against Lifecoach's Druid. Now, from my understanding, Druid is bad against every version of Hunter. Isn't that the case?
There is only the case of Face Hunter versus Taunt Druid. It favors the Druid, but
But we know it's not Taunt Druid.
Yeah, we know it's normal version. It might be even kind of like Rampish. Lifecoach just loves Nourish cards like that, going really greedy with his cards. So I think Trump will be really favored, especially looking at this hand right now. I don't know if the viewers can see it at the moment,
Nope.
but
No hand. Nothing to see. We're not seeing anything. We just know it's Hunter versus Druid. Yep, Hunter versus Druid. Yep. Well, I have like no experience playing Hunter, but I can very easily imagine how games turn out because the Hunter's goal is fairly one-dimensional.
yeah, it's well, with this kind of Druid that is we can see mid-range at the moment with high main and Pilot Shredder, you basically want to deal some damage early, and then you take over the board with the big creatures, with value creatures. And no surprise that Trump is actually playing this version. Pilot Shredder high main has a lot of value, and Lifecoach is actually getting a very impressive hand.
Yeah, he's pointing out the wild growth. He'll be on 3 mana next turn, which will allow him to innervate out a 5-drop, which he has 2 of. So he absolutely will do that. Trump also has a good hand. He has a pretty good 2, a really good 3, and I think it's actually the best 4 in the deck. And then the high main eventually. So he just has to fill up his 5th turn with draws while he plays these out.
Yeah, this is an amazing hand for Trump, but a 4/6 might be troublesome. Oh man, it's just like if you attack, you play into swipe so badly.
Yeah, but if you don't,
You have to take the risk, I believe.
yeah. It's fine. You don't have to attack actually, because next turn you're playing the Piloted Shredder, and that's going to be against the 4 health Druid of the Claw, and the Druid of the Claw is probably not going to attack into the Creeper.
The thing is, like, if you don't attack, oh, okay, because like if you don't attack, he will not swipe. And if you attack, he swipes. You have a Pilot Shredder.
Well, if he has swipe, he's going to attack your Creeper, so you basically gain 4 life.
That's true. That's true.
So I think Trump made the correct play there.
I agree.
Okay.
Piloted Shredders.
All right. Well, it looks like this game will be left up to Piloted Shredder RNG. Piloted Shredder from Trump. I don't think there's any other play. In the meantime, he drew a very nice turn 5. He has the option to quick shot and play either Kill Command or the second Animal Companion.
I think Lifecoach's hand is not that good, actually. Like, he got this Force of Nature, he has a Wrath, so he will be able to draw something. But Harrison Jones is useless for now. There is no weapon, he will not be able to draw cards with it. He might actually even play it this turn, because getting a 5/4 on the board will be amazing.
No, I don't think so. I think playing a card behind Taunt is a better decision. I think it's better to Wrath the 4/3 and to just YOLO the BGH down. Okay, that has to die.
How do you kill it, though? If you attack with the Burr, then Burr will die to Counter.
Yeah.
Tempo BGH.
No, I think the Shredder has to go.
Would you, like, overall, would you play BGH those turns versus Hunter, or would you keep it? Because at this point,
I'd play it.
You'd play it, okay.
Play for sure, but I'd see what this comes first. I mean, if this is Doomsayer, I'm not playing anything.
Alright, so Tempo BGH, and then...
Oh, double face. Is this a disaster? This might be a disaster.
Might be a disaster for Lifecoach. If you play... How do you play this out? So... You have the quick shot, you have the kill commands. Basically can play both. Yeah, it looks it doesn't look good. He can kill command the bear first. Or do
No, you don't kill command. You would quick shot. I think kill command is more valuable, isn't it?
Unless you want to play 2 of them. Like, because you can clear this board passively.
Okay, well no, if you do want to play kill command, actually no, I think you quick shot or kill command the Shredder.
You quick shot the Shredder and kill.
Yeah, and then 3/1 into the bear, and then 1/1 into the BGH.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That was the play. Yeah, Trump made it. We all saw it about the same time.
It's pretty good.
And this hopefully is like Huffer or Misha. Yep, it's Misha.
And this is weak to swipe, but Lifecoach only has 3 cards in hand. He has the combo.
Mm-hmm. But you can't play anything, really.
So Shapeshift seems like an obvious play. Like, you attack into the 4/4, you take 4 damage.
Is it obvious?
Well, this is the easiest play. But then the other option will be just because he can't really play Hearthstone into this. If he plays Hearthstone, he loses to Misha, so there's no point. And so Force of Nature is the only other play he can do here. And with Force of Nature, he can clear. He can't. Well, he can clear the board, but then he's losing everything as well, unless he just puts 3 damage on Trump. So I think like this is actually the shapeshift. You attack into 4/4, shapeshift, and you pass.
I think the Harrison isn't really that bad though. Like if you play Harrison, like Trump might. Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay, so he goes for the damage.
Yeah, if you play Harrison, Trump might just trade for you. Is the thing.
I wonder if Lifecoach is thinking at any point about the Freezing Trap, because Freezing Trap is one of the cards that makes this matchup so bad for Druid. Now high main on empty board. This sucks for Lifecoach.
There's that swipe.
Yeah, 1 turn too late.
Yeah, 1 turn too late. Alright, well, if Lifecoach gets that second Force of Nature, he's almost definitely going to win this game.
Well, at this point, I think it's actually an amazing.
Oh no, the Houndmaster, right?
Master kill command, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Never mind. That's not really enough.
You should not be worried about BGH as well because you've just seen one. You might be worried about a great silence target, but do you really care about that?
Well, how do you win this game if you're Lifecoach? I think you have to draw. You have to draw. No, you can't draw Keeper anymore. Oh wow. That's actually a really smart play by Trump. Because here, if he taunts ahead of time, it can get silenced, right?
Yeah.
But if he taunts into the combo is delayed 1 turn. And that 1 turn is what Trump needs to seal the game.
That's true. And he sees the spot because there's only 8 mana for Lifecoach. So that was really good.
Oh, wow, Lifecoach gets the combo. And I believe it's that exact play that is going to stop him from being able to win.
Can Trump get greedy and play a high main? But still, he is at 17, so this combo with Innervate will be 15 points of damage. So Lifecoach is still short.
Yeah, he
Unless
is.
Trump doesn't clear, plays the high main, goes for face, and opens himself up. Well, you definitely don't do that. Trump knows.
Yeah.
To do
Trump's played this game before, Nimsh. He's done this.
He played Hearthstone, okay.
It looks like he's thinking of trading and then Houndmastering, though.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Playing ground combo, like he knows that nothing kills him.
Well, I think Lifecoach here, can he do the combo and then swipe the turn after? He's got 6 + 6 + 3. Yes, so I think Lifecoach's play is to combo face and swipe the turn after and hope you don't die.
How much damage is there for Trump? There's 10, 15. So this is actually 17 points of damage. So Lifecoach is not dead. If he combos and then swipes, that will be it. Unless Trump top decks 1 point of damage. Crip, this is crazy. Lifecoach can still win this game.
Oh yeah, because with the Houndmaster, it's 1 short. I thought it was without the Houndmaster, it was 1 short. No, I miscalculated.
Yeah, he's with Houndmaster, he's still 1 short. Houndmaster hero power, and then he needs to top deck 1 point of damage somehow, unless Lifecoach doesn't YOLO. If Lifecoach trades, he loses the game. And he knows that. There is only 1 chance. I think you even innervate the hero power here.
Yep. It's the only way you're getting that thing through. So why not?
Okay, he didn't miss the attack. I was a bit worried there.
Trump needs 2 damage here.
Is it 1? Oh, 2 damage.
Now it's 2 because he innervated.
Oh!
No, it's not enough!
It's not enough because it's only +2! Oh
yeah.
My god. This is so crazy.
I don't think there's anything Trump can do. His best play is to just taunt 2 different targets and go for it.
Yeah, he prays there is no keeper and no swipe. This is the power of the Druid. But Trump played it extremely well.
Yeah, both players played it extremely well, in fact.
Pretty impressive. And Lifecoach knows at this point that he is in a good spot. Sigh of relief.
Trump is like, please don't kill me. Please don't have...
Ah.
Alright, well, Trump is really struggling with Hunter. I have to be honest, it seems like this deck is exactly the same as the other one that was apparently a mistake. It's probably like 1 card off or something, but it really didn't matter as it really seemed like he was going to lose that first game as well. So Hunter not really working out for Trump. Trump is with 1 point on the board, while Lifecoach is on the double point. Lifecoach is on match point, in fact. And yeah, man, it seems surprising to me that Hunter can't pick up a win, but it is up against Warlock. Most Hunter versions do well against most Warlock versions, and then it's probably gonna be Warlock versus Warlock. So I think Trump's still in this. It's usually what we see where one player seems to have the better matchups, but he is down one game compared to his opponent.
Yeah, Trump is still in. Like, he can still win the match. I wonder which Warlock is Lifecoach playing, though. I would put him mostly as a handlock player, and he played a lot of handlock. I haven't seen him playing Malgus that much, but I haven't been following his stream lately.
I think he's actually won a few tournaments on the back of Zulok, though, so I wouldn't count him 100% locked on handlock. We will see Hunter versus Warlock when we get into the game here in a moment, with Lifecoach almost certainly playing handlock himself. This matchup usually goes the Hunter's way, but it's no longer really that favored as it once was.
It's a bit awkward because if there are like there are not many Siphon Souls, and if Hunter is able to put some damage in, but not enough for the Molten Giants, and then follow up with those big creatures like High Mains. And I think this version, we've seen one quick shot at least, but now with double kill command, maybe double quick shot, there is much more reach for the Hunter players. All right, so for Lifecoach here, just playing the Ancient Watcher to be able to silence it next turn, or maybe tone it up, makes sense. Unless he wants to, is there any point in...
Tappy.
All right.
Ooh, Hellfire, hello. Oh man, it's gonna be like the worst Houndmaster ever if he goes for it.
Yeah.
He does not.
Pretty tough. But he knows that, right? Like, he knows that Hellfire is a threat. A lot of people are playing double Hellfire. They're trying to get the Throttle minions right there.
I like Shadowflame much more as a card, but I can understand why double Hellfire is more successful.
I'm the same. Like, I'm a fan of Shadowflame, but then with Shadowflame you need the setup, so people go for the early damage. It's harder to get a good Shadowflame early.
Is this the turn where you just Houndmaster? I think so.
You might. It's a 4/3 and you have a Houndmaster on 5 with the boar.
Yeah.
But do you attack? It would be 5 mana. You can attack for... Can you set up lethal somehow? If you play the Houndmaster this turn, there will be 6 points of damage. 7, 9. For now, Trump is still in a good shape. Leaving Lifecoach on 4 means that he will not be able to play Molten Giant and tone it up.
Play a Mountain Giant and taunt it up. How about that? I can't taunt it up, but
yeah,
next turn.
He might Ancient Watcher and tone it up. Not that exciting, but still something.
You think it's that scary?
So there's 5 damage incoming. So 9 more, 2 from Hero Power, which is 7.
No, 7's not possible from what I understand.
The
I think the most you can do on 3 mana is what?
Kill command probably. Maybe.
No, there's no beast though.
So quick shots.
Quick shot, abusive sergeant or something.
Yeah. But the problem is for Lifecoach that even though like every damage is a liability at this point, he doesn't have a heal. So even if he goes into a big molten turn next turn, he will be still in the range of the hero power and maybe a quick shot. Or kill command hero power.
Well, I mean, he only has one premium taunt activator. Like, if he does do the Ancient Watcher play and Trump gets him to 12, he still can't really play much. He still won't be able to like Molten and taunt on the same turn.
That's true. With Animal Companion, I think Animal Companion is still the play.
Yeah, looks good to me.
Animal Companion hero power, you want to abuse that. Even though having a 3/3 boar is cute, that's a lot of value, so maybe Trump is going for it. Like, looking at it, this is how much stats? 7/6 stats for 5 mana.
Alright, Trump pushes the damage. Lifecoach is on 6 life. Lifecoach will basically dump his Molten Giant combos, but he will absolutely just need to win or top deck a heal next turn. And I don't think that's very possible.
Well, he's not dead yet, so as you said, he has one more turn and probably double heal bot in the deck. Can he maybe be
They can't
close?
tap for it.
He can't. No, he can't. Unless, like, well, next turn he might be actually tapping. Like this turn he can't tap, but next turn, if he is 7, he can tap and hope for a heal bot if he doesn't draw it.
I think if you're Trump, you actually just quick shot him to 1 life so he can't tap, though. Isn't that the better play?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you'll probably go for it because it's not like you can gain life any other way. Okay, so double Molten, tone it up with maybe Defender of Argus to save mana, and do you even silence the... Can you set up lethal next turn? If you silence the pig at this point? Or you can silence next turn, you basically need a small tone giver. That's not lethal.
Yeah.
How much damage Lifecoach has? This is 18 plus 8.
It's a lot.
That's 20, 28. 28. He actually has lethal if nothing dies here.
Wow.
So
But you would kill that Argus.
Yeah, well, Argus is in reach. Wait, but even if you kill Argus, you're still dead. There's Defender of Argus coming from hand. So
Oh, that's true.
That will be...
Oh, no. Misha boys!
Oh, man. There's one silence, so Lifecoach, I think he still has a chance. If he top decks a heal bot, he will be even able to tap.
Okay, well, Trump removes 9 damage off the board.
So it's 19, counting the freezing trap. 21, not there yet.
Nope.
Oh man, actually I think that might be it, because Lifecoach needed a heal, or lethal.
Well, he might get a heal from the Mortal Coil, but how can you set up a Mortal Coil here? Like, how can you set up a Mortal Coil and play the heal bot when you draw it?
I think you have to tap at this moment. Tap into Healbot, Lothab.
Yeah. No, Lothab doesn't do anything. You have to tap into a heal bot, because Trump didn't quick shot.
But he will not be able to hero power. No, wait, tap into Lothab, yeah, he's dead to quick shot. You're right.
No, if you tap Lothab, he's dead to hero power, isn't he? He's
Yeah,
2 life then.
that's true, that's true. Life tap
Yeah.
is taking 2 points of life.
I don't think you can Mortal Coil into anything. So, yeah, I think you either play as if the Hunter has nothing, which is a play. Like, Lifecoach might, like, just not tap. Which
Yeah,
is a
that's
certain
right.
loss, but what can you do?
Yeah, we can see that, but like Lifecoach doesn't know about it.
Yeah, it's still a fair play from his side.
Alright, so quick shot and hero power, and Trump takes game number 2, and we have a tie.
Yeah, Trump picks up a win with a Hunter finally. Score on the Hunter deck ended up being like 1 win, 1 loss for this one, and 0 wins, 1 loss for the other one. But they seem like the same Hunter deck, so I don't know. Whatever.
Explosive Chop, maybe? Have we seen Explosive Chop? From
Yeah, it was probably some trap tech that was maybe a little bit different. But in any case,
Cheap Explosive Chop.
yeah, we are on match point for both players. Both players have Warlock remaining. We saw Handlock from Lifecoach already. What is the best case for Trump here? What version of Warlock tends to beat Handlock the most?
Maligos versus Handlock. Maligos Lock is heavy favored because you basically go to late game, both of you, and like original Maligos Lock was running double BGH, and you win with Maligos combo because both players they go down, and then because you had enough time to accumulate all the combo parts.
Yeah, I see.
It just burst them down. Obviously, it's not like a 100% win. Still, it's really important to be in the mid game, to have BGH for the Giant. Twilight Drakes are important, the minion trading in the middle. But then the longer the game goes, if Handlock is not able to take it early, Maligos will be able to take it with the burst.
Do you think there's much chance of Trump playing a Malygos Warlock, though?
I think there's definitely a chance. Like, this deck was played at DreamHack, and Trump has seen that it's a good deck. Basically, if you expect your opponent to bring Handlock, you will bring Maligos.
I feel like Trump is one of those players that just, he brings a fairly wide variety of decks, but all the decks that he brings, he's played a lot of.
And he played a lot of Handlock.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's played much of Dragonlock or Malygos Lock, however you want to call it.
Both names are, I guess.
Yeah, so I think that's something to consider. I think I think most likely we'll see the Zoo or the Control Warlock deck. We will get into the game in a second. Again, we're sorting out some issues with spectator mode. It is kind of an ongoing thing. We apologize that you guys have to miss the mulligan stage and sometimes the first few turns of the match. But well, you're not missing anything because there's literally nothing to coherently see on the board. So we're doing our best. Hope you guys are enjoying the tournament so far. It is shaping up to be quite a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting. Those players with always their life on the line. You lose, you're out. And that's the HTC Recharge tournament. You have to win if you want to be there. Last time it was Forsen, never lost. And he won the whole tournament. So we'll see if he keeps his style or if he fails miserably.
Well, here we go. The Imp Gang boss into the Twilight Drake from Trump. Basically, Lifecoach knows exactly what he's playing against. I don't think there are any other Warlock decks that play this set of 2 cards.
Yeah, not really. Like, this is definitely a huge sign, like, hey, I'm playing Mollygus deck. And a pretty good opening for both players. Twilight Drakes are super important in this matchup. And as we discussed, Trump has a huge edge. And he got double, like, look at this hand grip. This is a dream. Double BGH. He gets the Twilight Drakes. He will be able to contain his board, and then every giant just sniped.
Yeah, it seems here like the abusive Twilight Drake is a better play, but the Blackwing Corruptor is using the last Twilight Drake as the hold option. And if he plays the Twilight Drake, he may not have another dragon to play the Blackwing Corruptor again for any future turns. So this is kind of the idea here, where it may not seem like the best play for the turn. It's pretty good. It's good enough, I think. And it lets you have more options for the next few turns.
I agree. That's pretty smart. And I'm trying to figure out like how Lifecoach can actually win this match. Here he obviously has a good trade with the 4-6 into the 5-4. Hellfire, not really the play. Belcher, I guess you would just play Belcher this turn. You trade 4-6 into the 5-4, then you play Belcher and pass. It's pretty strong contest the board. You still have the 4-1 to deal with stuff. Interesting for Trump that his hand is mostly really good cards versus handlock, but not the cards that Malygos wants. Like, you don't have any combo pieces, you only have that Soulfire, but you want to get that Torison at some point, and maybe Malygos. More dragons.
Alright. Well, Lifecoach goes with a Belcher. I'd be surprised if he doesn't kill off the 5-4. Or even the 4-3 is a pretty good target. What do you think is the reasoning behind going face? Is this just the best play and I'm like not good at this deck?
No, okay, so basically I would definitely kill the 5-4, but what Lifecoach might be thinking is that this matchup is so bad that he wants to be aggressive. He also has Ragnaros in his hand, and so he knows that there will be no threat of Molten Giants, so maybe he has to bait out Trump into a good Hellfire for him.
Okay. Trump goes with the build your own board play. He had the option to clear by soul-firing the 1-2 taunt and abusive sergeanting the remaining Drake, but
you don't.
Yeah, that seems a little wasteful.
With double BGH, Trump is super happy. Like, look at his face. This is the happy face of Trump.
It looks like a regular face of Trump. I guess Trump's always happy.
I'm sure he's bursting with happiness inside.
Yeah. He seems like that kind of guy. Happiness and excitement.
Yep. All right, so Lifecoach
picks up a silence there. That seems quite relevant here on that 4-8 Drake. He is actually able to clear with the silence on a Hellfire, but because he spent 2 mana tapping for that silence, it's well, not as good, let's say.
He might be forced to Hellfire. Like, if you silence this turn,
you can Shadow Flame and clear the board still with attacking. It goes to Hellfire though.
What about Watcher? Sun Fury?
Why do you think he's choosing to save the Shadow Flame? Think he just wants to push for more damage again? It is consistent with the other plays.
So basically, you get a more or less same effect with Hellfire here, and the Shadow Flame you save for the bigger creatures. So like if you get Molten Giant or Also, he's playing really aggressive. He got Trump to, well, 13 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that time is a liability. The more time he gives Trump, the worse for him.
Right. Well, Lifecoach on 7 mana still doesn't have too much. He picks up a Mountain Giant. The Mountain Giant is pretty decent. He's able to tap Mountain Giant and give it Taunt, which might seem like a good play, but it really is not. But I think Lifecoach also knows this matchup pretty well. I think he knows the risk involved in actually playing an 8 health minion as your only turn, as the only thing you play for one turn, and how risky that really is against the stack.
By the way, this Malygos deck is so explosive that if Lifecoach taps, or if he doesn't play a taunt, then Trump is possible lethal with Azure Drake and Abusive Surgeon double Soulfire. The Soulfire doesn't discard a Soulfire.
Doesn't he have lethal anyway? Soulfire. Oh no, he's one off. But he can play the other Azure Drake. No, he has lethal right now.
Yeah, he has lethal with, but Lifecoach cannot taunt up. So basically. Oh yeah, and Lothab also seals the Soulfires for the moment.
Mm-hmm. For the moment. Alright.
Okay. So I think this might be a good moment to...
Emperor?
You want to heal, I think. If you Emperor... Okay, so there's 5 damage incoming, you'll drop down to 8. Is there anything that can kill you? There is a Ragnaros. But yeah, he's going to kill the 5-5.
Mm-hmm. I like this play. Again, like Emperor Tharson's critical to this deck. It's critical to a lot of the cards that are currently in Trump's hand. It's a good turn where it's not very costly to play it. So overall, it seems very strong to me.
Defender pickup is pretty good for the Shadow Flame. He will be able to clear Emperor.
Do you think that's absolutely necessary here?
If you don't clear the Emperor, Emperor is going to attack, so you might actually taunt up. If you play Mountain Giant and Sun Fury, then you have a lot of taunts. But you might want to get rid of the Azure Drake because of the spell damage.
What if you silence it and then Argus up to try to push for a lethal with Ragnaros on the following turn?
So you silence the Ancient Watcher, you Argus, both of them, you deal 5 points of damage. Yeah, that might be the best play for Lifecoach, because after seeing Torisan against this deck, you might be thinking, hey, I'm at 17, I'm already in lethal range. He basically kills me next turn with Malygos, Dark Bomb, Soulfire.
Okay, only goes with these Shadow Flame play.
Just
works out for now.
Oh wow, so with Azure Drake, how much damage it is? This is 14. If you don't discard.
It's 9 guaranteed, and potentially 14, yeah. You can also just double Mortal Coil at 2-3.
Yeah. Would you double coil here? It doesn't matter that much, I think.
Yeah, it really doesn't.
Okay, so now back to Lifecoach. At this moment, Lifecoach at least knows that he's not dead to Malygos. He might assume that, hey, there's no Malygos, or there is not enough spells to kill me with Malygos, but he needs to deal with the board. A 4-4 and 3-3. Mm-hmm. So
it seems like a decent opportunity for Ragnaros, and he hasn't really had a great one yet.
So with Ragnaros, you just attack the 3-3, you coil, and then you Ragnaros. Well, you look first, like what
coil first. Yeah, maybe you get a better option. I don't know what that would be, but we can check.
Ragnaros might be risky. Like if you miss with Ragnaros, you're at 13 after the attack, and then 13 will be, yeah, basically like Dark Bomb, double Soulfire, double Dark Bomb Soulfire, stuff like that. Alright, he goes for the Ragnaros play.
Yeah, he got a Dark Bomb of his own. And face. Well, Trump does not have guaranteed lethal.
Well, that's, yeah, he has a chance. I think he can tap first, and then he can go for it. That's, how many cards does he have?
Well, he'll have to play... He should play the Dark Bomb first. Right now he has 9, so if he taps to 10, uses Dark Bomb, goes to 9, uses Soulfire, goes to 8. It would be a 1 in 8 chance of discarding.
Alright, he goes for it. Soulfire magic. Are we going to see it? Oh man, he
Yep.
didn't discard it. So on the back of double so far, Trump is actually taking a series versus Lifecoach. That's impressive.
It is. It is. Coming back from behind, he was down one game at two different spots, evened it up, and ended up taking it right at the end.
That's
So
a happy Trump.
Trump moves on. Yeah, that's our HTC player win. That's
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah, I think that's actually true. This is the first HTC player win, and that's 100% of TSM participants actually advancing. And we obviously
Yeah.
have a TSM player that is going to make the finals.
Yep. Yep. It's basically locked in. It's guaranteed.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not guaranteed, but it's totally gonna happen.
Don't leave me, Grip. Don't get sapped. Stay here. It's your channel, man.
All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Up next, we will continue the games. We have, I believe, 3 more matchups for you guys to see. We can see that Trump has locked in as Bunny Muffin's opponent in the opening match tomorrow. And we will continue to fill up that 8-player bracket that you see there.